Hello everybody, this is my very first video, and today, well, every Monday, I'm going to do something called Warhammer Mondays, where I go through like the weekend news of Games Workshop, and we will just have a look through their website. So, here we go. As you could see, we had the Hated Knights of Slanesh and some Daughters of Cain for pre-order on the Saturday if you pre-ordered them, and that's the battle tome, not codex. That's 40k, and we have the electronic version. I mean, if you were into that, and then we have the special edition, which is well, it just has a fancy bigger picture on it and for an increased price. Well, and then we have a returning hero from Warhammer, which was Sigvald, with these well, now he's got horns and he's still got his blonde hair and his mirror shield from long ago, but it's probably not called a mirror shield anymore. And then we have the Myrmidons, both types. We have the sword guys, and we have the twin souls with the really ugly heads, which baffles me. I know they're supposed to be part demon, but it just looks awful. Anyway, and then we come down and we have the Mounted Knights of Slanesh, the Chosen Ones, which are basically, well, there's spear cavalry and there's a bow cavalry, which is a bit weird because the bow infantry are supposed to be the lowest order. Are the ones on horses slightly above, or are they greatly above? Don't know. And then we have the archers themselves, which is interesting. I mean, these were previewed quite a long time ago, you remember, and then they kind of faded, and because of well, everything going on. And then everyone's all about the new vampires. Are you all about them? Or do you prefer the Slanesh dudes? Anyway, going down, we have possibly the most controversial unit rules-wise. Apparently they're really good in Warcry, and they're really naff in Warhammer itself. And you only get 3 of them. 3 of them. I mean, if you had the Underworld box, you probably already have 1 already. I mean, the rules aside, I mean, if you like them, that's cool. If you don't, well, that's also alright. And then we have Bluetost, a new guy. You know, there's something about named characters that always puts me off, to be honest. I mean, it looks interesting, but no. I mean, like, okay, if you like centerpiece models, I mean, there's lots of going on here. It started with the old the Battle one, and then there was the Bone Reaper guy, and now there's this one, which is like a mini diorama. Is that going for well? Is that going forward? Yes, no, maybe. Probably do more though, won't they? And then we have the close-ups of the various parts. This guy with the sword. He's a Mirror-Mesh guy again. He's interesting, but again, there's probably the same with the like the Major Domo in the Bone Reapers. The guy who's just standing there holding onto his sword is the most interesting part of the entire kit, but oh well. And then we have the dice, which for GW dice are just look okay. I mean, dice are dice, so I mean, not like the Luminous ones, which were just like they were like old bone type dice or weird cylindrical ones. Never mind. And then we have the cards, which okay, cards. And then we have some t-shirts. Meh. And then we have the Daughters of Cain release, which is basically just an updated battle tome with the new character in it, and maybe the abilities to use Marathi in both forms, witch LP type form and her snake form. And then we of course have the digital again. And then we have the limited edition book, which is basically just a battle tome again without any kind of lettering. I mean, okay, I mean, if you get it, it's probably just going to sit on the shelf where you're not going to be able to see the pictures, so okay. And then we have the Endless Spells, which is interesting. The best looking one is the Bloody Snake. And I can say that without tripping up anything, because it literally is a bloody snake. And then we've got some flying swords, which seems to be a thing for flying things. It seems to be a spell quite thing. And we have the Iron Hand of Cain rising up from the ground, all bloody and messy, which is quite a common motif in the both Warhammer and 40k, the Bloody Hand of Cain. And then we have some red dice with just a symbol on it. I mean, again, dice are dice. You know, if you like them, great. If you don't, also great. I mean, I don't think they're worth the hype, to be honest. You know, you can order custom dice, but if you don't, okay, go for it if you can find them. And again, more T-shirts with motifs, which are also interesting. So, on the Sunday, we had the Black Library celebration, which is this week coming. And we have Uriel Ventress, if you remember him from the old books. And we have a new book, Swords of Calth. I mean, to be honest, there was like a few good Black Library books. If you like them, great. If you don't, also, I think the fantasy ones were better than the 40k ones, but to each their own. And then we have that. I think it's a special edition version. And then we have Ventress himself. Now, Ventress, you noticed anything? The head is different from the original one previewed a long time ago. Now, you can't find the original preview on the website because they've updated it to this guy. But he's got like a communicator on the left side of his head. Or is it the right hand side? Yes, it's right or left, if you're looking at him. And, I mean, okay, you know, if you like Ventress, that's great. You get a model for him with his green trim. And then we have a fancy bookmark again. Okay, alright. Warhammer 40,000 Penitent novel, Bequin novel by Dan Abnett. Okay, again, 40k books are, well, I've never enjoyed any of them, to be honest, so I can't really say. If you get it, well, jump on it as soon as you can because of the scalpers, that's all I can say. And again, the special cover version, I think, here. And then we're going down, and it's Pariah, another book by Abnett. I guess that's part of the series, isn't it? Don't know, because I'm not really a fan of the novel, so maybe Liber Xenolicus by Darius Hinks. Interesting, I don't know. The fluff books were always kind of cool, but you know, like, okay, you know, it's probably going to be scalped really heavily, so jump on it if you really want it. And then we've got some badges of various things. We've got Dukari, or Dark Eldar, we've got Necrons, we've got Orcs, we've got Tyranids, and we've got Town in a little box. I mean, I think this is like a new set. I think I've done other sets before, but okay. And then we have the Hammers of Ulric, which is a Warhammer Chronicle book. Okay. I mean, I think this is a reissue of an old book, I think. Because it might be the Ulric series with the one where they went into Kislev. Can't remember exactly, but maybe. And then we have some reissues, Dead Men Walking, and we have the Malleus Darkblade book, the Demon's Curse, which they were the best, one of the best Warhammer novels that they did. It was basically taking the comic character and expanding background, and it was interesting, you know, to see Malleus Darkblade go, and it was like very cool with the old Dark Elf politics, but it's just a reissue. I mean, you can probably get it if you like it. They're both reissues, I think. So Dan Abner and Michael A. Yeah. And then we have Blood Quest, which was the comic, which was in the Warhammer comics that was out a long time ago. And we have the captain here with some power sword. I mean, it's hardback, which is okay, you know. Graphic novels are graphic novels. If you like them, great. If you don't, great. Blood Quest was interesting, but it wasn't my thing. I just couldn't get into 40k comics or books. I just couldn't get into them. It was like, I don't know. There was just something about them I didn't like. And then we have Black Library Celebration 2021 Book 3. I guess you have to order some amount or pick it up from the GW store if it's open where you are and everything going on. And lastly, we have their Warhammer Live, the 15th to the 20th February 2021. And we have on the Saturday, we have a new preview called The Lords of the Mortal Realms, which will probably just be Lumineth that we saw hints before, and maybe the odd 40k, and maybe a Necromunda model. And that's it. I mean, this was my very first video. Normally the channel's going to be devoted to manga and anime type stuff, but I thought every Monday I would do this. And if you're wondering about Curse City, that will be a separate video, and I'll go through everything that's out for Curse City and some rumors that I've heard. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. If you did, that's great. Have a nice time. Bye.